kind of like that. And in that light, the Rel does feel a lot better, right? Because if you just have the Zyra, you can run into some issues. Obviously, you have the Ashe Arrow, but with the Gragas as well, not only a Doran classic, but also adding even more dive. I'm kind of loving both these comp Velders.
Yes.
Well, I mean, no, it's fearless. We're safe for the day.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Woo!
Hey, we're safe.
Barrel,
No more tank Jace.
Barrel
Just in my nightmares
is on the
instead.
ward. Oh god.
Oh, this is so Barrel.
It's so Barrel to just die.
He's just gonna die, Steve. This is, he might get away actually, but Aiming is gonna have to flash, and he's being followed here. So even if he doesn't die, Aiming's gonna pay for his sins, which also happens with Barrel. So yeah, going a bit too deep, and now you've got Aiming with no flash.
But he does actually need to make his way over. He's now done with his first full clear, and KIA already out on the map is Aiming.
I mean, he is arcane shifting into Guma, who's got his Q available, but it doesn't seem to matter. The W lands, and Aiming just autos him to death.
Eats the gank without too much issues. Lucid doesn't hit that spear. He's trying to look for something on Owner, but didn't really want to risk it. One more spear hitting though, and they might actually use that. And they have mid-prio. They could play it. Barrel.
Guma no flash. Guma in a lot of trouble here. He's trying to kite it out, but there's 3 members of DK chasing him down, and Shivu will be given the kill. Pretty huge for DK here.
Man in the top lane.
Faker.
It's
okay,
fine.
time to go back now.
He has flash.
Oh, okay. Actually, is doing a great job of winning this lane.
This is what I want out of my DK versus T1 Valdez. This is like is this the game where it happens?
Rune.
Can we?
Wait, what's the name again?
Is it real?
Ruinous?
Ruinous? Nah, there's no way.
It's not happening.
There's not.
No.
Unless. What if we get a 5v5 for Dragon? We're not quite as threatening as Showmaker. It doesn't matter who he's playing against. Just pummeling them is Shield.
Oh, here we go. Gonna get that ult on a Faker. Faker, there's nowhere for him to go as he flashes in front of the ult. Oh, the spear just barely gonna go wide. Looking for the dive, Shield. Gotta be careful. Here comes the Ezreal ult. Faker gets away, but not unscathed. That might just be all the grubs to the side of DK here as well. All 6 of them. Unless Owner can say something about it, but not looking likely at this point in time.
I'm glad to report that Shiu does not seem like he's playing scared, as you posited that question earlier. Valdez for T1, giving up these grubs. Not going to be the end, but it does mean that the pushing power of DK going to be really obnoxious to play into. First turret, I think we have 3 to 4 plates in bot lane, 5 to 4 in mid, and then 5 to 3 in favor of DK towards the top half of the map is loot. The one-item spike's done. Not the case as Guma. Might have to use sums here.
Yeah, this is rough. Flash forward from Showmaker ahead of time. Gives him the thumbs up. He is sending a message on this Jace tonight.
Owner gonna use all this showing towards the top side of the map as an opportunity as in they go.
I mean, you're ulting in onto Leona. She was able to dodge away from that. Faker in a lot of trouble. They'll just wait for his soul to turn back. There's the stun, and Shiu picks up his 2nd kill of the night.
Lucid's here. KIA's dead.
Yeah, KIA's dead. I mean, there's just no way to get away from this one. You see, he is being corralled in between the turret and the wall, and it really just comes down to who's going to get the kill. And it looks like it will be Lucid, who does pick it up. Bunch of damage goes in, but that'll be first turret as well, given over to Dplus KIA.
And that is 6 grubs going over. First turret blood being taken. And now DK are looking good for those feats. But the solo lanes are getting more and more fed. And Aiming does now, or is getting very close rather to his 2nd item. Guma just now hitting that blade. But the turrets are just, again, it's 6 grubs. There's a Jace and an Ezreal. Like, these turrets are gonna get shredded like paper, and feels like a formality before DK also picks up Herald.
I don't even know if that was going to hit him, but Owner is still dead. Like, he's not getting away from this champion. The arrow is going to land, and they do have a lot of the team over here, but the damage is so little, so sparse, and Shiu is just flashing and dashing his way to safety. He is just running circles around T1 right now.
Herald doesn't even die!
They can't do anything to this kid. Meanwhile, Lucid's just soloing the Rift Herald. So
game that we see with the Herald coming down now, they should be able to get at least 2 charges, possibly even the second turret. I don't think there's a lot that T1 can do. They're going to have to rely on DK making a huge mistake.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a safe conclusion to draw.
So anyway, so he was having a great game so far, and he did look nervous in his interview and on stage, but he's not playing nervous. I'm going to challenge that. He's got his team behind him as well, at least this time.
I saw the blue ward used there. Doran trying to get some gold into the good people of T1 as there we go. Going to start at the objective now. But I got to imagine they're looking to turn, and we can see them already. They're not really going for this.
Yeah, you can see for T1, they're like, well, somebody's got to do something. We have to stop this, otherwise we're probably just going to lose anyway. TP is coming in from Doran. He's got to be the bodyguard. He is level 14 and decently tanky.
Oh, they're committing. This could be the moment.
There's the barrel. They got to take out a Leona of all champs, but instead the focus comes down onto Otacon. They take it, and now they've got the respawns coming in. And Yasu, he's gonna go in his respawn. Everybody on the side of T1 is just flashing away.
Get it. Area
is putting his jacket on.
Yeah, no, this game is done. Come on. They got the buff.
It's like, all right, guys, anyway, go next.
It's just game 1. But game 1 is a blowout, Valdez.
Yeah.
Shield, does he? I'm like, whenever the buff is up, we still have a minute 50 left. You're like, just do it. It's fine.
Yeah, you're not killing this guy anyway. DK, they're just going to send it right down mid. They're not a team that's going to rotate towards bot. They don't even have a bot wave, so not really an option here. They want to dive these turrets if possible. KIA looking for the engage. He just dies instead. Guma is going to cleanse away from this one as Beryl. He does not have the respawn. And he's going to go in instead and look to set up a kill. And he's going to live until he dies. 2 seconds later.
He didn't have the buff. He already died. Beryl, no.
It's okay. Shiu, very nice ult. Very nice angle there on the owner. And DK, they've had enough of this game. They're putting on their jackets as well. Figuratively, they want out of this one. And they want to end T1 here in 23 minutes. They don't have a wave. Oh, they do, actually. There was like one little minion in there. And that might just do it, guys. Faker left alone. They love, yep, they're going to take him down. The damage is way too much, and DK going to stomp T1 in 23 minutes. And now, so this pick, I feel like, yeah, okay, you pick it against the Victor in mid.
Okay, but
with the rest of the comp, though?
Yeah, okay, but I agree. I don't actually think this works into the comp at all.
Yeah, they're actually fighting right now, aiming. Does he have Valkyrie? Probably not.
Doesn't.
If the Q hits, I think he would have been forced to flash, but not going to happen. And Ocean Drake goes over to T1 at the moment, so he doesn't get quite the same buffs. You know, maybe if Showmaker pops off, he gets played a bit more and can push it in that direction. This lane stayed here, framing quite nice. As it is pushing into him, he's denying a lot of CS from Doran, in this case, his lane opponents.
Not gonna bother.
Yeah. You know, it's nice to deny the grubs as well. I don't think they really had a chance to deny it here. The flash engage Renata, shocker, does not work out. But I was going to say maybe he got the flash out of someone, but he didn't even.
It's for Continent Core.
Yeah, so, yeah. Nice try, KIA. Good effort. Good effort.
That was a rumble. Maybe this shed some light on why the Braum wasn't picked.
They had enough of Engage Braum.
Yeah. Around you diving into the energy. And they're still going to be somewhat forced to, again, with the rest of the champions that they have. But I think that particularly, like, both Wukong and Rakan are quite good at going in, baiting out, and then weaving in and out of the fight again. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, Lucid, though, is here. They're turning this one around. It was a bait all along. First blood given over to Lucid. And they want a bit more. Beryl getting pretty low. Owner, he says, this is my kill, but Beryl's going to get away. Meanwhile, we got the bailout here. Lucid looks like he will get the kill and deny the bailout. Can he actually survive, too? That would be insane. They all survive after that. Unbelievable.
The first blood doesn't really matter. It looks like that is going to be the case.
I mean, they're going to dive Doran here, but he is Cassante. Doesn't matter. The damage, yes, it is stacking, but first turret blood goes to T1, so they get the feats of strength on their side.
Strong. But if DK then also answer with a turret of themselves and get Dragon because Doran isn't there, Doran is going to be fine, right? He's going to come back up in about 10 seconds, has his teleport available. They have a lot of team fighting power. I don't know, though. DK, they're coming in.
Trying to snipe out Guma here. It's not really doing much. That equalizer was pretty bad from CU. It's just missing everyone. Did not inspire much joy. And, chains coming in, but will be cleansed off. Nice little Mikhails. Bit of damage coming in as he's pulled towards the guys he's burning. Got to be careful with that one, as now Owner in a lot of trouble. Has to go back in looking for the reset, and he will be taken out. But she will go down himself. A bit of range with the Xerath here. They're trying to siege onto this mid turret and get a bit more, as actually maybe even an engage here, but instead it's just Cassante. And the engage doesn't happen. Beryl says, better luck next time.
KIA could have definitely used his Renata ult earlier. I think that could have actually saved Owner because they just needed a bit more time to actually get the reset. And it is with Xin Zhao, if you can get into a longer fight with your heal on your passive as well as Sundered Sky, you can really survive a lot. Like, they use a bunch of their cooldowns, and I think they should take it and leave it at that, but that's not the case.
Oh, Faker in a bit of trouble. He does have KIA nearby, though, as the Wukong doing a decent amount of damage with the fedness he got early on, but Faker is going to live, and now the rest of T1 comes over the top. Beryl will be taken out.
They're looking really good to bring us to a game number 3. Doran might be in some trouble here, but even if he ends up going down, I don't think it means too much.
Oh, Shiu trying to bait him into this fight. Doran, this time it's a nice equalizer. He's burning the whole way through, but it's Cassante. Here comes Lucid, and he kind of messes up the angle. Doran's just gonna maybe run this one off aiming. No, not again. He's gonna flash forward, and he's gonna bait Lucid into it. Lucid is so dead, as eventually he does be taken out, as T1, they get a big win in that pick.
Zotacon feels like it might be a done deal. Doran's still alive. We'll see if Showmaker and his buddies can turn the tide, but with the zone control, I don't think that's happening.
He's going to just have to try to get in there and go for the steal. They are looking to take out Guma, but he's just not that weak. And now he's got the buff. The rest of T1 thinking about going in. They're just going to back away from this one. Actually, a TP from Faker will be denied, so kind of odd positioning there, but he's still gonna back away.
And yeah, DK, I was about to say, you gotta hightail it towards that dragon. You cannot give away the Mountain Soul. Shiu doesn't have his TP available.
State, so maybe there's a fight that DK can take. Lucid, though, spotted on the flank. And
get the dragon. The problem is that you don't actually kill anyone, but there's no TPs. I think T1 should just send it.
I mean, you've got the buff, right? You've got the res. Lucid spotted. He's ulted away. He's not able to get in range. They don't even commit to this one, DK. As, yeah, just going to Mikhails to slow off, and DK back out of that. So Mountain Soul over to T1.
You're taking him down. As long as you don't trade kills, I think you still should.
Yeah, 100 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's still 100 gold if you don't.
Sure. Yeah. No. Exactly.
He hasn't upgraded them yet, but he has the Merc Treads, which will have a shield. Then he has Archangels and Cosmic Drive. So he's not, and he also has gone Resolve Tree. I forgot the exact runes that he's gotten, but gotta imagine that he is going to be tough to take down.
Bone plating.
As long as you use that, it's going to be really hard to win. There's another TP. This time it's Faker.
I mean, the flanking Victor, not as crazy, but Owner's getting in there. He's really making this happen, as now the flanking Victor trying to burst down Showmaker, and that he will with the help of Guma. They get a couple of kills, and Guma will survive as well. And so I guess that flanking Victor was pretty good after all. And Lucid,
can he even kill Doran? He has ult. Oh no, sorry, his ult just timed out.
Yeah, I guess he's got Corki. Okay, that's a nice little pick. Doran's just gonna get picked for free.
Appreciate that. TPing in, flashing over.
Yeah.
Ball, getting the Mega Storm, and they'll get Baron, but who cares? They further solidify the gold lead.
He's out of position. He has no flash. So nicely done by Guma and Faker there.
T1 clearly tightened it up after game number 1. The only way they lose is if they... Oh my god.
Nice equalizer, but that's a Xinjiao. So not really amounting to too much. Xiu now in a really rough spot. Just totally caught up. Beryl as well just joins him. He says, I won't let you go down alone. Lucid just spinning in the back line. As meanwhile, Doran is just diving. He is Cassante. He's like, okay, turret changes, whatever. And he's going to go down to it, actually. Owner, as well, in a bit of trouble here. Ult's coming down, and actually he's totally fine. The rest of the team, T1, does come in and clean him up. There's the ace.
So it doesn't matter. Elder is going to be picked up. I guess they waited as long as possible for the respawn. Or I'm not sure if it was the respawn or if they just want to have the buff for as long as possible to guarantee Baron and Elder uptime. But still got it.
Where are you going, buddy?
A year into the LCK. Yeah, he tried to go for the Hail Mary steal, but he's dead. Oh, well, might not be dead, but...
now he's dead. Right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
He's W, but like...
Nice little dodge.
Well, he's getting collapsed on. He's dead.
No, they... Oh.
Yeah.
It
didn't...
dead.
Fellas, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Well, that should be Exodia here in just a moment.
Being of stomping game 1, doing a weird pick game 2, and then losing the series.
Yeah.
Or they finally turn it around. And for T1, if they do end up winning, it's the classic lose game 1, win the next 2.
Yeah, or like win game 1 and then fool around in game 2 and then win game 3.
Yeah.
And like they do, both teams do this all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like we come into every new year and we're like, new team, new players, new us. No, it's exactly the same.
Oh, nothing ever changes. Because TP comes in, and all that's left standing is the Nexus, and I don't think it's going to be for very long, Valdez.
Yeah. At this point, Exodia acquired. You've got so much poke with Varus and Victor. And Curry's just going to send an ult in, knowing that they're going to have to stop them on these turrets, but they're not going to stop anything except themselves, as Doran will go down, so they got him, and that's about it. That's a gigantic storm, and Eoy's actually going to be sniped there, as down will go the Nexus. It is a Quadra for Guma.
I guess aiming can carry, but aiming on Jinx, I have to see it before I believe it, Valdez. Even with the Braum to back them up, even with the front line, she won a tank as well. I think T1 is going to be feeling pretty good with this one.
He's going to hit level 2, and let's see if they've got it. Can Poppy do it in 2025? That was a nice stun to stop the Q on the wave. A bit of damage comes in. Owner, though, not quite able to tank it up, but there it is, the flash, and the 4th shot from Guma.
About that one, because there isn't really a dive opportunity here.
Dive number 2.
Good luck for another one.
And, I mean, he doesn't have flash this time, right? But bit of damage comes in. They're not 100% committing just yet, but the Q's going to hit 2. But now that's the Q down. Owner going to eat a turret shot, and Cyan doesn't really have a lot of damage to trade back. They're just kind of playing with the Scion underneath this turret. The Q is pretty good, but it's not good enough. And Guma picks up a 2nd kill. Show them the way it goes here in the LCK.
The other cost of this is that Owner is severely underleveled. He's about half a level down on Lucid. So there could be an opportunity to make a play here for DK. Don't know about Lucid just yet, but yeah, I think they should just dip. Just deny the initial grub. Make sure that they don't get free, so they don't get defeat. I'm just going to leave it at that, which I think is definitely the right call. Even with Faker's ult being available there, trying to play into an Ahri at level 6, it's not really a risk that you have to take.
Deep, we don't have to go too crazy, but certainly this is something that Guma has played many a time and is very comfortable on. As we do have the root here onto Beryl, he is totally caught. It might be a 3rd for Guma. Instead, they'll just give that one to Faker. You know, Guma missed the 3rd shot, so Faker's like, yeah, now I deserve it. I'll take it down. But more importantly than the pick on a Beryl, it just means a free dragon here for T1. And they're really stacking up some of these early wins for their team right now.
Also takes... Oh, that's good, actually. Owner doesn't have smite, so if that splash damage could have actually realistically taken it, not going to be the case for DK. And I think T1 might also opt to just let it go.
I mean, Faker's still in top lane. He could TP if they really wanted to take it like immediately, but it does look like they're just going to give this one away. DK will pick up 5 grubs. So at least they've got that, but they're not the team that has a Jax in a side lane. You know, they're not the team that has a very powerful side laning champ. You know, Ahri's more of like a combo duo with the Vi.
They were just taking it as an opportunity to Uh-oh.
Okay, well, we're going extremely deep for this one. It still works, though. It's still Ahri Vi. The question is, can they trade back on this? Is the flash ult from Owner? It's not going to do a whole lot, but keeping Lucid around. Beryl in a rough spot, but he's Braum, and now Perry is going to go down. And all of a sudden, DK begins to win this fight. Doran gets ulted by Xiu, who comes out of left field, essentially. And now they're going to get the first turret.
How the hell did that work? They went to Narnia and back, and this play still worked out.
Just kill Faker and force T1 to overfight, I guess. I gotta see this replay.
Yeah, Shiwa is indeed kind of crazy. That was a sequence of plays, but it was all for the greater good. If they get a kill there as well, plus the turret, I think they're going to be feeling a lot better, because now they did invest a good amount. Showmaker's TP, maybe it can be a bigger impact in fights than we initially thought, because T1 is just going to be the one playing on the back foot. And in these few fights, that has been the case. Now, feats are dead even. We are one objective away for either team. It's going to be the Dragon in about a minute, and I think that might be where the game ends up. It might be hard. Doran on the flank does get spotted.
All right, let's see how it goes. Lucid looking for the flash. Can he get it? Yes, he will! Lucid picks it up, denies the Dragon. Now they're turning on a Doran, and the Counter-Strike can only do so much. He gets extremely low, and the Rocket gets the reset! In goes aiming, he is chasing them down. He's got a frontline, very nice ult here from Faker, but it's not enough. It will just block the door, but KIA is not long for the world either. It is a massacre. T1 are just running away.
If you get the Dragon, you give up the kills. I think you say worth getting Soul Point, Mountain. That's going to feel amazing against the upfront burst of this comp. Are they going to get Otacon as well? Oh my. They have 2 TPs. Faker's up in 5, but I don't think he's going to be in time. They're going to get that as well.
Yeah. And just like that, you were talking about the Dragon being the game decider. There's really not much that T1 can do to stop this. Maybe use the Bard ult to buy some time. I'm not sure, because DK are just begging T1 to step up to give any angle at all. And Barrel's just going to hold up the door. Lucid will get away and not expend his Otacon buff.
Ideally, you just want to get an R off, and then if you die, it's, you know, who cares? Might go for it here.
I don't know if he gets his R off, though, as, yeah, he's rooted in well, yeah, okay. There's the revive. In goes Xiu. Very nice engage, actually, but the follow-up is non-existent. Bit of damage on Aguma, though. They got Guma, and that is the most important part, as everybody else just gonna maybe go down. Owner nearly burning. Not gonna happen, so they got Guma. Yeah,
next, so.
Leandre's Void should be, he's gonna be the guy that's chewing through it. Looking for Guma here. He is going to be caught for now. Flashes the Poppy ult, just gets away from it entirely. Lucid, you can always rely on this guy. And down will go the T180 carry. Lucid, I just said we can rely on you. Please don't just immediately die. Okay, he's just dead. And Showmaker probably did as well. There you go, T1, a couple of big picks. And Baron is about to spawn. And so is that Mountain Drake up.
Smell a moment of weakness and go in. Just to pick on Guma was great. But DK can't help but overchase. In this case, Lucid going way too hammy.
Through the T1 jungle looking for the flank. The entire that's
the
only
some
reason
drifting.
That's the only reason he was in that position at all. That's just,
who does that?
And maybe he can duel with Faker. They're just gonna go for their own T1 Baron. This is a DK Baron, but now there is vision.
No flank this time. You imagine that DK is going to be looking for the turn.
See how it goes. Doran going very far forward into the Braum. As they get the lockdown there on Adoran, and the frontline owners just burst 100-0. That's Guma's doing some nice work, but there is the ult from Faker, gets him, but look at aiming. He's totally untouched the entire time. Aiming gets the reset. Guma is alone, and he is dead. And there you go, DK take a huge fight.
Ended up going down in that extended fight as well. They, at the very least, will be able to get the in-ape. We'll see if they're actually choosing to push on. Can also, and I think should, back off, get that dragon. Looks like that's going to be the case here instead.
And you don't have control of these objectives like T1 do not. There's not a lot of good ways to get his flash. Really, KIA's got to like snipe him.
One Baron?
Yeah, they're going to start it. I mean, they've got a lot of damage with the Azir especially. They've got Jhin very safe positioning here. DPSing literally with his ult. Beryl is though here in the front line, and there goes the Jax! And the smite is early from Owner! It's desperation for T1! Down goes the Jax. Will T1 get away? Oh, the charm hits Faker! The max range! Did they go too deep though is the question. There's the GA though for the Vi. I think it's enough here for DK. They get a couple of kills. They getting excited, Jinx. And they want this game. They want this series right here, right now.
No one saw it but Atlas, but we are on the verge of a DK win.
Oh, Beryl. The engaged Braum.
The flash to Q.
Guma doesn't even flash or cleanse, but I don't think it matters. The memes aside, it looks like DK, they should be able to take it down. Guma can't clear the waves, especially not on Jhin. KIA, they take down the Vi, and that is all they will get as Dplus KIA takes the 2-1 victory over T1 tonight.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.